Hi Libra, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your monthly forecast for October 2014. Happy birthday Libra. We begin this month with a Mercury retrograde followed by a total lunar eclipse which is conjuncting Uranus, and we wrap up the month with Venus, that is your ruling planet, and she's going to be entering Scorpio. We begin the month with a Mercury retrograde, and this is happening beginning 4th of October, and it carries on till about 24th of October, practically 3 weeks. And by now I'm sure all of us know the Mercury retrograde drill. As far as your communication is concerned, be extremely careful about your spoken, written, be it your SMSs, emails, your conversations, your conferences, water cooler conversations. Be extremely clear, articulate about regarding your conversations, regarding your communication. For those of you, if there is any even slight confusion, please seek clarity. A small tip is to keep things simple. Keep your communication as simple and as brief as possible, and you will be quite fine. Mercury also rules travel. So for those of you who are traveling in October, ensure that your travel plans are in place, your plane tickets are well aligned with the correct dates that are there. There could be some delay as far as flights are concerned, or there could be some confusion as far as luggage transfer is concerned as well. For those of you who drive, this is also a good time to be taking your cars to the service station. Ensure that your cars, your bikes, everything is serviced well, that you're carrying your proper documentation at this point of time. Mercury has a way of causing glitches as far as even travel mode is concerned, self-driven vehicles, that is. It's also not advised at this point of time to be purchasing a high ticket item, electronics especially. So for those of you who must go ahead and make the purchase, ensure that you have your warranties, your receipts in place. So should there be an exchange that could be required post the retrograde, it's often found that with Mercury retrograde, high ticket electronic items that are bought, you normally end up either finding a better version of the particular product, or you may just find a better bargain by the end of the retrograde. Or it could also be in some cases that the product or the electronic is there's a technical fault in the product. As far as your computers and your phones are concerned, ensure that you have a backup data. Again, the retrograde has a way of affecting this as well. Now, Mercury affects our lower mind, that is our environment all around us, and how it is that we perceive it, and further we relay that information to others. So ensure that what you're hearing is correct, and then passing it ahead, or rather conveying it ahead, is also in the same correct context that you're supposed to. Now, Mercury retrograde, this aspect happens about 3 or maybe even 4 times. Complete slowdown that happens. Now, technically, of course, no planet really comes back on its axis or orbit, or even slows down for that matter, but this is for the retrograde stationary cycle. When it is viewed from the Earth, it just creates an illusion which makes you feel that there is a complete slowdown. Plus the fact that Earth is moving at its own speed around the Sun, and which is different from the rest of the planet. So you just get a sense that, oh, the planet has slowed down. As I said, the retrograde happens 3 or maybe 4 times in a year. It's a time to redo, revise and rethink, and that is what Mercury retrograde primarily does for you. Now, often it is said it's not a good time to be picking up projects or initiating or picking up new jobs. But for you Librans especially, because also there is a total lunar eclipse later on, I'll be speaking about it, which is conjuncting Uranus. This month, there will be new opportunities for you. There will be new venues for you wherein that you could, there are chances of you getting employed. For those of you who are not employed or are looking at starting your project which has got delayed. So the don't worry about the retrograde over there. Just ensure that you have all the information with you, because the retrograde also has a way of not revealing everything. So you may not be having all the information while you're signing the contracts. So just be a little bit more careful while signing the papers on what it is that is expected out of you. Mercury retrograde for you, it is happening in a part of your chart that has to do about you yourself, and this is it begins a 3-week period during which you have the opportunity to refine yourself, to maybe repurpose the way that you project yourself in your surroundings, round off the raw edges and pull in any potential entanglements that may be slowing you down. You have not only the right but sometimes the obligation as well to change your mind in order to ensure consistency and personal impact. Towards the end, this may particularly include tightening up solutions to previously resolved issues to be sure that they are well in hand. When you've got all your ducks in a row, you won't have to look back. So look at this point of time, look at this time, this entire 3-week, to make changes in not just your I think attitudinal way, but also if personality wise, if there is a change that needs to get done, use this time to be putting yourself under a scan and having a look at things, and what works, what does not, and put it all together for yourself. And I think this will work quite brilliantly well for you. Around the 8th of October, we have a total lunar eclipse which is conjuncting with Uranus, and this is highlighting a part of your chart that has to do with personal relationships and partnerships, and a balance is sought at this point of time. It's advised that you strike a balance between both your personal and your professional relationships, lest you stand a chance to jeopardize a very close and a personal relationship. Uranian energy, though, is often disruptive, and it has Uranus has a reputation of being this unpredictable, and causes chaos, and just comes in and puts everything upside down. But the Uranian energy also gives a lot of courage. So, and like I said, this is there since it's following in your house of partnerships, in your closest relationships. I think you need to also be putting your relationships under a scan and having the courage to see whether they work for you, or are they aligned with your dreams, your visions, or are they not. I think it takes a lot of courage to accept and acknowledge what it is that is good for you. Finally, is your relationship in alignment to your dreams, to your goals? Does it nurture you? Does it make you grow more, or is it something that is that hinders you, that confines you, or that just sort of it's I would say a very selfish relationship, which is not harming you, but it's complete in its own individual self. So those are the things that you need to be doing and drawing that courage from Uranus. However, try not to behave in an unpredictable or into an unconventional way, because it will not be accepted quite well socially. Also, your public reputation could be at stake, so be very careful about how it is that you do things publicly or socially, and the consequences of it. As Venus is entering Scorpio towards the end, that's around the 25th of October, and Venus is entering Scorpio. Now, Venus, as she's your ruling planet, and she gives you all the charm, the sophistication, the love, the beauty, and yes, sometimes money as well. And when she enters Scorpio, which is this mysterious, sensual, very physical, intense, secretive planet, what is getting highlighted now also is this spirituality and the sensitivity of the Scorpion planet. So when when Venus enters Scorpio, and it's highlighting a part of your chart that has to do with your earned income, it has to do with your potential to earn. So you and Venus is quite comfortable over here, because Venus, like I said, she rules money as well, and it's quite a happy place for Venus to be. So you can expect that that there can be some amount of restlessness that can be felt as far as spending money is concerned, and you are inclined to want more things around you, and financial security and enjoyment of good things in life, though they are very important to you. You will also be valuing the simple pleasures at the same time during this phase. The ability to relate well with others might enhance your own personal finances during this period, and you may find yourself in a position in which there is a blending of financial matters with social or public affairs. Now, this is a stable position for love matters and close relationships. You value those who make you feel comfortable, and familiarity is more important to you than something new during this cycle. Now, even though the entire month, we're beginning with the retrograde, which, like I said, is not a great time to be picking up new jobs or employment, but this month with the Uranian conjunct, it can bring about, along with it, besides the unpredictability, and then Venus entering your part of your house which has to do with your earned income, it all suggests that there are good opportunities which could be quite unusual, or they could come quite out of the blue, wherein you could get employed, or you could pick up or enhance your business. For those of you who have been looking at the little boost, you could just get money from unexpected quarters, and you could be quite happy about it. I would just like to touch upon the total lunar eclipse, which is conjuncting with Uranus, that it's also a lot about about personal freedom, and this entire focus is because the conjunct is following on the Aries Libra axis exactly, and then the Uranus is also conjuncting with Moon, which is very, very emotional. So you could be feeling very emotional as far as finances are concerned, or as far as your personal freedom is concerned. There's just going to be this sense of wanting to break free of the confinement that you have felt for some time. And like I said, the Uranian energy not just gives its unpredictability and chaos, but it also gives a lot of courage, provided of course you're willing to make use of that courage, Librans. So overall, it's a good month. It's your birthday month, and like I said, there are various avenues that there's a possibility of them opening for you. For those of you who are in personal close relationships, it's a time wherein that you need to be having the courage to seeing them for what they are, what it is that they are they in alignment with what it is that nurtures you for life, or whether it is in alignment with your goals and your dreams or not. So good month, Librans. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I look forward to speaking with you in November again. Thank you so much.